This conference will now be recorded.
All right, welcome everybody to Orangetown ACABOR meeting of April the 8th, 2021. Shirley, could you please lead us in the pledge?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We'll start to just do a roll call. Myself, Chris Dunnigan, is present. Sharon?
Present.
Joe?
Present.
Shirley?
Present.
Kenyatta?
Present.
Currently absent, Brian Atchison, and Debbie. I can't pronounce her last name. Sorry, Debbie.
Weisenberg.
Thank you, Kenyatta. Another announcement just for this evening. Paul Davis sign plan was our first item on the agenda tonight. Due to some issues on the applicant side, just from scheduling, that's been rescheduled to April 22nd, which is our next meeting. So if you are here for that application, please just be aware that that's been rescheduled again to April 22nd. All right, so let's start up first, or second actually, is Bubba's Burrito sign plan. I think we should have Partesh Patel and Sherry Park presenting that tonight.
Yes, hello.
We can hear you.
Okay. Should I start?
Yes, go ahead. Tell us about your application.
Okay. Hi, my name is Cherry Park from eChannel Sign. I'm here today to request approval for our wall sign for the Bubba's Burritos. If you see the packet in front of you, it kind of lists the details of the sign. It'll be located in the new town, the Town Plaza, which is located in the corner of East Washington Avenue and North Middletown Road. Basically, we'll be removing the existing light boxes and installing a new front lit LED channel sign via a raceway to match the other signs in that location. The raceway will be painted dark green to match the facade, and I think the sign will be lit with LEDs, and we'll be using a timer that will just be on during the hours of operation. I think that's all. Any questions?
I have one quick just point of clarification before we open up to the board. Is there any other signage that's being changed or added other than the raceway sign and the channel letters?
No.
All right, so open it up to the board for any questions, comments. Sharon?
No questions. I do like that the white boxes will go away and it'll be more in sync with the other signs like the subway and the diner. No questions.
Joe?
Thank you.
Thank you. Joe, comments, questions?
I think there's two empty stores there side by side. Are they taking both of them?
Yes.
Okay. No, the sign looks good. I just wanted to make sure.
Shirley?
The sign looks great. So to be clear, there's no lettering or anything being added to the door.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kenyatta. Any questions, comments? Go.
No, it looks good. It looks good.
All right. We'll open up for public comment. If there's anyone wishing to speak on this application, please speak up and state your name. Hearing none, seeing nothing in the chat, public comment is closed. All right. We have a motion to approve as presented.
I'll make
I'll
the
make
motion to approve.
Shirley motions. I think, Joe, you want a second?
Yes.
All right. We'll do a roll call vote. Myself, yes. Sharon?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Shirley?
Yes.
Miata?
Yes.
All right. You're all set.
Thank you.
Good luck with the store.
Thank you so much.
All right. Next up is the Jeffman site and structure plans. We've got Barry Teresh and Mr. Brenner here tonight.
Good evening. Jeffman Distribution is located at 20 Corporate Drive in Orangeburg. The architect here, who's Barry, and also the engineer, David Higgins, is here. It's primarily an expansion of an existing building. We've been before the planning board. We've obtained preliminary approval. We've got a negative declaration as related to the environment. And we've also been before the zoning board and got all the variances that were necessary. We are here now to describe to the board the expansion that we're looking at. So you want to pick it up, Barry, and maybe you'll explain your drawings.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Barry Tarek. I'm the architect for the project. We obviously, as it's gone through planning board, and as you see the project proposed, it's an odd expansion of this building, as opposed to a typical expansion where you might increase the size of the building on one side or two sides. This, based on the site and the available expansion territory, this turned into kind of a horseshoe design around the existing warehouse. And given that fact, it gave us the opportunity to improve the aesthetics of the building. We were refacing basically three sides of a four-sided box. So we took a look at the project globally. We investigated different construction techniques to accomplish the expansion. And for several reasons, we've decided to go with the tilt-up concrete panel construction type. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's they will cast the wall panels at the site, literally tilt them up in place. We chose that technique partly for its longevity. It's less vulnerable to impact. It stands up to the weather very well. The building will look good for a long time. Given that technique, the renderings that you see submitted show basically what is essentially a smooth surface building, being that concrete panel. We have a color rendition, alternating color pattern on the concrete itself. The concrete is kind of panelized. It has joints in it that you'll see that cast shadows that kind of give the building a lot of interest. We tried to provide an interesting pattern of those joints that works with the construction technique. I don't know how well, I'm not sure what you have and how well, I don't know if you're looking at prints or a screen. I don't know if this is going to work at all. I don't know if you can see these. It's very difficult. These are the real colors. I'll be happy to submit them to the board. It's kind of a beige for most of it and kind of a gray, brown gray that work together. But I'll submit these so that you have real paint samples.
Barry, do you have names for those colors?
I'm sorry?
You have names for those colors?
Yeah, they're right on there. They're actually Benjamin Moore paint chips. They have numbers on them, 1457 and 1459. And like I said, I'd be happy to submit it, but I'm kind of mirrored here and the light's not doing it. But yes, I do.
I would just ask, just make sure, like you said, get those the color numbers and the names to Charles so she can put them in the vision, please.
Well, yep. And right with that, The entry has a stone here, and I have that also. I don't know how well you can see that, but the Hudson Bay stone is what's on the rendering, and the color on the rendering is pretty true to form. But I'll give you that information also. It's a very specific stoning color. And then we, that comprises the majority of the building, but we took the opportunity also to redesign the entry of the building, the arrival point. Right now, it's kind of a dated CMU that has a facing on it that is peeling off literally on the building. Has that diagonal entry, and it worked at the time, but we found it kind of out of date, and it wasn't working for the sophistication of Jeffman. So we redesigned that entry to be it's a 2-story glass entry with a metal frame canopy statement on the front that will be white. The windows will be white also, the frames. And I think that that lends a lot of interest to the entry of the building. I think that pretty much summarizes where we're at with it.
And just so you talked about the concrete panels that will go around the building above the windows, at least in the rendering, it looks like there's a different either color or texture there. Is it this color, or is there also a different texture there as well?
Well, in that same color. Those two colors are the color theme of the building. The texture is a little different because that corner of the building will be built with metal studs and have ethos panels on the outside. It'll have a synthetic stucco finish, which mimics the concrete. We're going to use a smooth finish. Being that the exterior is actually painted, the color will be consistent.
Okay. All right, open up to for any questions or comments. Sharon?
No, thank you though.
Joe?
No question.
Shirley?
I think the exterior looks fantastic. Certainly a big improvement over what I saw when I expected. But I'm wondering if there's going to be any lighting around the entrance.
The only lighting, I'll see if it was actually shown on here. No, unfortunately it wasn't, but if you refer to, I don't know if I can do this well. Let's see. Ta-da. Okay. So if you see these vertical elements that are here, the darker stucco, there can be lights right in these locations, up and down cans. They'll just be there to light the entry area itself. They're not going to be splashing off the sidewalk even. They're just going to be subtle white cans right in those locations.
Great.
And the building. Sorry. Did that make sense in the end?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, good. Thanks. Yeah, there, and there.
All right, Kenyatta, any questions, comments?
No, it looks great.
Thanks.
It does look quite nice. You guys did a good job, I think. One question as I look at it, on the where the pillar where the Jeffman lettering is that going to be? Are you guys coming back for a sign, or is that to be considered here? Is there any lighting there?
I think we'll come back for the sign.
You're going to come back for that. Okay.
Yeah, it's an insinuation of what's possible, but no, we would come back with that information. We'll be more specific about that.
That's exactly.
Yeah, that's what you figured. It's this panel here and this panel here, and the precast concrete. This is all the steel stud and glass.
Okay. All right. We're open up to the public. Is there anybody from the public wishing to speak on this application? So please state your name. Hearing none and seeing none in the chat, public portion is closed. Oh, is there somebody who wanted to speak or no? All right. Is there a motion to approve as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Sharon motions, so I'll second. We'll do a roll call vote. Myself, yes. Sharon,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Billy, you're on mute.
Yes.
And Kenyatta.
Yes.
All right. You guys are all set. Good luck with the building. Looks really nice.
I'll scan this in tomorrow and send it to Cheryl.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you.
Everybody stay healthy.
Thanks, everybody.
And that's our last application for the evening. This might be a record. All right. Cheryl, anything before we depart? All right. Do I have I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
30 seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
Thank
you.
Good night.
Everybody.